let's turn to Kyrie. Now, Danny, I'm sorry. I'm saying that because I feel like on behalf of you and Lakers fans, that was sort of like the cheat code to compete, right? Like you felt like if you got Kyrie, yeah, you'd be giving up stuff. But if the Lakers had gotten Kyrie, you were looking at LeBron, AD, Kyrie. If they're all healthy in the playoffs, hard to say that they're not an easy out. But now, going to the Mavericks, now you're assuming Luka and Kyrie have to be a 1-2 combo that's going to be a force in the West, no?
Well, remember why this happened in the first place. Kyrie was not happy with how things were going, so he pouted and said, well, then I want out. And just because he wants out doesn't mean that he decides where he goes. And it was a little bit of Joseph Tsai, the owner of the Nets, saying, well, I don't care about where you want to go. We need to make the best decision for the Nets moving forward.
And that seems to be the underlying
It was
backstory.
a little FU. It was a little FU, but it was also a better business decision
Mark
for them.
Cuban, Luka and everyone in Dallas may reap the benefits, or as you said, the pain in the ass that is Kyrie, depending on how it pans out. But Danny, you were insinuating that the Nets ownership's like, well, we're not going to send you exactly where you want to go.
Why should they?
Yeah, and Woj brought up a good point this morning that the Lakers needed a little bit more ammunition to get Tsai over his bitterness.
Yeah.
And they just didn't have that. They had Westbrook. They had one of the 2 first-round picks that all these teams have been after with them if they want to do business with the Lakers, which the Lakers have balked at for a whole season now. Like, yeah, we've kind of already mortgaged our future. Let's hold on to these 2 number ones that we have. Now, Laker fans across the country didn't care. They're like, let's get Kyrie back with LeBron. Hopefully LeBron could be his big brother again and keep him in check, and we could shake up the West and maybe shake up the NBA playoffs.
But aside from that, yeah, it would have been fun to watch, like as a casual fan, just to see what happens and unfurled in Los Angeles. That would have been the most fun storyline.
That's what I'm most bummed about. I know it sounds like
you're not as bummed as LeBron though, because he's crying about it on social media.
I mean, LeBron is upset about it.
Maybe it's me.
As an NBA fan, that's I'm not as diehard with the NBA as I am about NFL and stuff. But all I kept thinking was, if you get Kyrie to the Lakers, it at least gives the world of basketball fans another storyline of possible excitement. Because right now, I feel like I'm sharing the sentiment with a lot of people that the NBA needs a little something to pump it up now. I
guess the fun storyline here, though, because we all love drama. Let's be honest. We're all just saying, well, where's the best drama, right? What's the best storyline? Is can Luka and Kyrie exist? You got 2 guys who love the ball, love handling the ball. Is that going to work out, or is that going to be problems?
In other sports, I mean, baseball, people just slide into a different position, a la A-Rod and Jeter back in the day.
True.
When the Mets,
but that means hold on. That means someone has to put their ego aside for the betterment of the team, and that was A-Rod.
That's when the Mets thought they were getting Carlos Correa. They were going to, a little switcheroo. In the NBA, it's a little trickier. You're asking a guy that's used to being the leader and ball handler, and a guy that's sort of got, controlling the ship, steering the ship. You're asking him not to do it as much?
Well, we should mention the great Ben Maller's mantra, which has always been F them picks, which we've talked about on our show as well. And Maverick fans, they have to be thinking that way right now because they gave up a lot. Covino, I think you have it written down right here.
Oh, the Mavericks get Finney Smith, Dinwiddie, who gets back to the Nets, and a 2029 first-round pick, right?
And then
2029.
And then 2 they didn't want to give up, but they had to get this done right
2
now.
2 future second-round picks,
2029 feels like an eternity. But it's not. It does.
When I saw that, I was like, wow.
F them picks. I'm with Ben Maller. Who cares, right? You want to win in the near future. That's 6 years from now. I mean, if you can't get the job done with Kyrie in the next couple of years, then it was a failed experiment. If you're the Mavericks, you make this deal hoping that this year or next year, with Luka in his – he's still so young, but Luka and Kyrie still sort of in his prime, you got to win now.
Now, on the other side of things, LeBron only needs 30-some-odd points to break Kareem's all-time scoring record in the NBA. Is this going to put a little bit more of a chip on LeBron's shoulder? How is he going to come out right now for the rest of the season?
It sounds like he's pouting. Like he's in pout mode.
Yeah, how did you take
according
that?
To social media.
What, was it like me as far as Cy didn't want to send him here to play with me because we'll be too good?
No,
or?
I think it was like, wow, I'm LeBron and
like
I can't
unlucky?
Get what I want.
Oh,
yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, LeBron put on social media, tweeted out, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Like, I think it was a question mark, right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's me.
Maybe it's
Was
me.
he quoting a Taylor Swift song?
I don't know. Is
Right?
that a Taylor Swift song?
I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah. So how do you interpret that? Because Danny G and I were speculating on that before. Like, to me, it's just like, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe no one wants to play. Maybe no one wants to make my life easier. I don't know. Like, that's how I interpret it. Like, wah.
Taylor Swift, the first single off her new album, I think, which sold 5 billion copies. I'm pretty sure to like young women everywhere. The song "Antihero." It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. That's the hook. Maybe LeBron is just in a
LeBron.
Taylor Swift type of mood.
And that's kind of what he's implying. At least that's how I interpreted it. What's the other way to interpret it?
Just like I'm unlucky. Like got to kick rocks. Like nothing's going my way.
Woe is me.
Yeah, that's the other way.
I don't
I
think
guess.
anybody's feeling bad for LeBron, although that's what I was rooting for
Well, not that-
as a casual fan who just wants to see drama and see how that played out.
Here's the story that no one's talking about because I don't. This is just not a hot topic, but Spencer Dinwiddie.
If it was, I'd buy some mean piercings.
Yeah, if it was hot topic.
If it was, I'd buy a mean corn T-shirt.
If it was hot topic, you'd buy a My Chemical Romance
Yeah.
T-shirt for your daughter.
Yeah.
But Dinwiddie had his best run as a net a couple of years ago. That was probably his best couple of years. Guy I think he averaged like 20 points a couple years back?
Yeah.
My dad is a Nets fan, so he's always telling me. I remember him being like, oh, Spencer Dinwiddie. Going back to a team is sort of an interesting thing, right? Because you were there. You dip away for a couple of years and go back. You see that a lot in sports now, but that's probably an interesting thing for him. I wonder if he ever thought he'd be back in Brooklyn.
Well, did you ever think he'd be back at the Super Bowl? Never say
Yeah,
never.
Never say never.
Justin Bieber.
All right.